right, good evening. Good evening. We just witnessed an overtime game between the 76ers and the Miami Heat. The Sixers, they outlasted the Heat 137-134. Both teams was undermatched. Well, they didn't have all their players going on. But what's your take on the game?
Is this the new NBA for this season? like with
It
the,
is.
the
Yep.
rosters.
Struggle
I
all
mean,
year.
hey, listen, I'd rather watch this than them shut it down. But
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I am thoroughly I'm impressed. I know that Miami was undermanned, but so were we. But and I'm excited about this because after the games that we had, for one, Embiid showed that he's a closer.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Embiid showed that he was a closer tonight.
I agree.
And a guy stepped up that we've been ripping Danny Green.
Yep.
I was just talking about Mike Scott the other night, talking about what he ain't been doing. Mike Scott early in the game, Mike Scott was, what I'm saying, he was hot. He was doing his thing. Danny Green went bananas, till he almost blew the game in the end.
I know.
You
but
see,
I'm impressed.
Ben and Maxey balling together. I mean, Ben didn't look comfortable to me in the early parts of the game.
Yeah.
But stretching the fourth quarter, I thought he did when he just, it looked like his instincts just took over when he started. He got a couple rebounds and assists and pushed it before he fouled out. So I mean, I'm happy with this win.
I agree. Ben, I don't want to waste this year of Joel Embiid. I do not want to waste this year at all. And to me, if Ben don't want to shoot, we might have to find somebody who's going to shoot. And if that means going out there and trading for Zach LaVine or trading for somebody, as much as I love Ben, I don't want to risk this season that Joel is having. I know it's early, but he looked different, man. He looked totally different.
I mean, I agree with you. Both of us have been saying wasn't really. I didn't feel like we had to trade Ben. And I still don't feel like we have to trade him because I still believe that if you have the players in place, the other players, if you have Tobias and you have Seth doing the shooting and scoring that we expect them to do, I don't need Ben Simmons to score. But I do think that we miss Ben's defense. I know some of us that's usually on here don't like his defense, but
No.
I felt in the fourth quarter after Ben fouled out, Miami was just going down and scoring at will.
That's true.
They were getting penetration all over the place. So,
but the young boys I will say they was getting a lot of minutes, and they was getting those minutes that we definitely need right now. Yeah. Crucial. And the boy Isaiah Joe, he got to be part of the rotation.
He do.
He has to be part of the rotation. I'm talking about some serious minutes.
Korkmaz lost his job.
Oh, Korkmaz is gone. He's back in Turkey.
Korkmaz lost his job, bro. Listen, and it's funny though because the first game when the young boy played the first time he played, and he didn't even shoot that well. But I was like, I'm looking at his shot. And I'm like, the boy just like he looked like a shooter.
Yeah.
And he showed it tonight. What's up, John?
Yo, what's good?
How you enjoy the game? What you think?
Yo, cuz I think Embiid taking it to another level this year, man. Yeah. He looked not to sound, funny or nothing, but he looked good. like he don't look like Chunky B. He in shape, man. Yeah.
This is B from 2 years ago. This is B from 2 years ago.
This is a better
with a coach that's putting him in a position, in a proper position. Yeah.
He letting him go off the dribble, key shots, down low. Like you could tell B mentally he's buying in the doc, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Ben don't look right. I think Ben's stuck on his head. Something ain't right.
I agree. It's something.
I agree.
I think he knows that he's on the trading block, and that scares him. I think mentally he's not there. And
the only reason why I'm not necessarily ready to just throw Ben away. Now, if you're telling me I can pull a Zach LaVine, even swap, and remember, one of the reasons I didn't want to use Ben in the Harden deal because I didn't think it was just a straight up trade Ben and Harden. They wanted to include other pieces. So imagine if we traded our depth too, where are we going to be at now in this
COVID situation?
Exactly. Right. So if Ben and something, Ben and Bill or something like that, straight up.
I'm a Bradley Bill fan. If the Sixers get Bradley Bill, I may just have to get a Sixers jersey, dog.
Not bad. What you
Yo,
think?
keep it up, y'all. I'm tuned in.
What you think of the rookie Tyrese Maxey?
He's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit. And you know what I like about him? He took his shot, and when he was missing, when he had an open shot, no hesitation. He took that three, he canned it, and he ain't go nuts like he ain't never do it before. Yo, he's your point guard moving forward, for real.
He is. He the future. Wait, you gotta give him
No. He's definitely the future. And that's why, listen, the way he plays is the only reason why I'm saying I'm good with trading Ben. Because I do think the young boy, but the young boy doesn't play as good defense. He was getting cooked. And don't act like he didn't have a crucial turnover tonight when we was up and he lost.
That was the game. Actually, he almost cost us the game.
But and his shooting wasn't that great. But I'll say the same thing about his shooting that I'll say with Ben Simmons not shooting, which is if you got the other pieces in place, I don't need Maxey to be that coming down, squeezing shooter like he was the other night.
All he got to do is penetrate, and I like how he penetrates. He got a floater. And I like that he knows when to pass, when to shoot.
Yo, John, can you imagine if Ben had a floater?
Game over. Unstoppable.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're gonna get yourself a headache. Stop thinking about what Ben could do. That's why I had to get past that. I just got focused on this is what he can do for the team, and I can win with that if other things happen right.
I know. Thanks for calling, John. We appreciate it.
Hey, you know what I know, and this is another thing, right? When we talk about with the Sixers, and this is a point that I make. I know my man Bob, he listens in, and you know he kind of felt like Brett wasn't necessarily the problem, but when I look at like even tonight, right in the fourth quarter in certain spots, you know that pick play they usually run with B that Brett always ran.
Yeah,
Doc started running it with Ben, like Ben had the ball up top. And like Joe and Maxey and all them would run off of that little screen, and they was pulling up and hitting the shot. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's like little tweaks like that what a good coach does.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark?
Yo, I can't believe y'all boys alive.
I finally convinced him. I finally convinced him.
It was one of them games that we were like, yo, we got to go on.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Yo, I like the young bull Maxey. I'm gonna start off with that. I like the young bull Maxey, man. I like the fact. I mean. He turned the ball over, but he's a rookie, so you know what I mean. I can't hate on that. But what I like about him is his composure during the game. You know what I mean? His composure during the game. He don't get flustered. He just plays his game. And like y'all was talking a couple of episodes before, Ben might get his time took, man. Ben might get his time took, man.
Well, you know what? I don't know if he's going to – that's what I thought. But then the fact that Doc came out and started them together and they ran together and set – so that might set up for certain stuff like where it might dip into somebody else's minutes.
Yeah.
And then Danny Green finally had a streak. Finally.
He
tried to blow the game at the end, though, with that open jump, bro. Come on.
He's frustrating.
Oh, my goodness, man. But you know what, though? All in all, I like the young Bulls. Even when they played Denver on Saturday, they gave him a good game, man. They gave him a good game. I ain't gonna hold you. I was kind of salty at Embiid last night because it looked like he folded, man. Last night, it looked like the Bulls folded, man. I don't know what's the matter with him.
They took him out the game early.
They took him out, and I think once it started going down, they knew they was playing the second game back to back. Yeah. And they knew they wasn't winning that game. So I do think they kind of pulled the plug on that.
All right, let me ask you. 2 for 2. Is that okay to take two shots in the game? That's what Ben did today. 2 of 2.
Well, and he fouled out. But nah, man. Ben, you know what though? Ben is like, I don't know what's the matter with Ben, man. I don't know if he don't want to be here or what, because now if you was on a team, right, you seen a young boy come in balling, what would you do? You secure your spot, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
It don't look like he ain't trying to secure his spot, man. It look like he don't care. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know about Ben, man. I don't know about him. But what I do know about is our bench is nice. And Shake, when he come back, Shake balling this year. Yeah. Shake is balling. You know what I mean?
Shake better ball, because that young boy coming in squeezing.
Yo, listen.
Shake better act like you want to get his game together.
Hey, listen, Tim and Wayne, I didn't know the young boy Joe was going to get like that too.
That's what I'm saying. I was surprised the other night when he played, and I remember I came on and I was like, yo, I like the boy Joe. And then I looked at the stats. I was like, dang, he ain't shoot all that great. But it was something like he looked like a sniper.
Yes. And you know who else? Number 44. I like the way he played too. I forgot his name though.
Who?
Number 44 on the Sixers. I forgot his name. He came in a couple of times.
44.
No, not him. That's 33. No, not him. No, he's a black young boy. He came in hustling and all that. He played in the Denver game and he played last night.
Was it Reed? Is that the big young boy?
It wasn't Ferguson. It probably was Reed.
Yeah, Reed. Yeah. I like the way he hustles, man. So I'm just saying, I like the way the Sixers balling. And I just want to say this.
They can't. Joel is on something different. This is an MVP year.
Should be.
We can't waste the season and not go out. We got to maximize this talent this year.
MVP.
This year. Yo, and when he dropped 45 tonight, right?
45 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yo, if he can do close to that, I'm not saying do that all the time, but just close to that, man, come on, man.
But you know what's the best part about it? If you look at the games, a few of these games, like tonight, B kind of been on. He do what a closer do, like cruise control.
He did.
But then in the fourth, it's like, all right, like because I was looking, I was like, dang, like he kind of treading up down the court, like what are you gonna do? Then he got
real quick. Let me ask you this, Wayne. Mm-hmm. Do you notice that when he sets the pick up top, he never cuts to the basket? Is that because he's told not to do that, or he just stays out there?
I honestly think that might be mindset of what he's been taught all this time. Because and that's why I was talking about it earlier, right before you came on, and talking about like the adjustments Doc made. Like I looked and I saw where he had Ben come down with the ball, and Ben was up top at that circle setting that pick, and like Maxey ran around, and like Ben would hand it off and set that pick for the shooter to shoot. That Bede usually does, but then with Ben doing that enables Bede to roll down and be closer around the basket. I love it.
Because I was saying, Tim, every time I look at him, I was getting mad because he had set the pick and then stay at the 3-point line, look for the ball instead of cutting towards the court. I'm like, why don't this man cut towards the court? Because if he cut towards the court, he's the biggest man down there. He get a quick shot, but I guess that's the play that's playing like that. So it is what it is. But all in all, man, I like the Sixers, man. They making me happier than the Eagles did. I tell you that right now.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's a whole stuff to talk about with that.
I appreciate the call. Yo, these refs today were terrible.
It was kind of both ways though, because they called a couple suspects things for us too.
He had 4. They called 4 and 1 fouls from the 3-point line on him. I mean, that's how they got back in the game.
Now listen, let me ask you this, right? Because I'm not ripping Maxey and I'm not hyping Ben up with it, but this is all I'm saying. All right, so Maxey played 5 more minutes. Yeah, he scored 16 to Ben's 5, and I agree Ben should have took more than 2 shots. But Maxey took 18 shots and made 7. So are we saying we would rather Ben jack up shots even if he ain't gonna hit them? Or in a game like this, the only reason why I'm not ripping him for only taking the 2 shots in a game like this is he was getting assists and he was finding the hot guys. You had guys on this squad that was hot and hitting, and he was driving and kicking to them guys. So I
here's the thing.
I would like to see him shoot more, but
the only problem I have with Ben is those shots that when he was in the lane, and if he just floated the ball or laid the ball up, but he has no. He got a couple offensive fouls. That's how he got a foul trouble because he has no moves.
That's right. That's true.
You gotta develop your game. He's not developing. He's flatline. I'm sorry.
But that's why I say I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to trade. I mean, I know neither one of us are. I'm not opposed to trading him for the right thing. I'm just not like some people that just say get rid of him to get rid of him. Yeah, I don't think that he's trash and not an asset.
Exactly. That's what I said. But as far as defensively, we missed him in the fourth quarter because we probably could have closed it out and won the game at the end. But there are aspects of his game that we miss.
Because this is one of the things that kind of got to me too, that stood out. And I think Maxey is our future point guard. I actually think he'll be ready to be that a borderline star point guard in 2 to 3 years.
I think a little sooner, probably next year.
But see, all right, that's like tonight. His plus minus was 14. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else plus minus was decent. His was 14. So he was like, when it come down to it, he was giving up more than he was getting.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Danny Green was +7, Mike Scott +3, Embiid +4, Ben +2, Isaiah Joe +6, Howard -1, and even Matthias was +8. So the only two people that was minus was Howard by 1 point, and Maxey was -14. That's all I'm saying about when it comes to the defensive side. Like and I'm not trying to knock him because he's a young boy, and I do think he's going to grow a lot through this season alone.
Yeah.
But
before we start saying him a little bit.
Before we start anointing and being like, yo, let's throw everything away, let's ride it out with him. Like, he still got a little bit growing to do.
Yeah. I mean, Ben gonna come out and take a couple of shots because they're gonna be roasting him hard for the next couple of days. The media, like the fans, they're gonna be
stubborn. He gonna be like, nope, I'm still not going to shoot.
He's gonna come and take a couple of shots just to shut people up and then go right back.
He ain't shooting jack squat.
Man.
He ain't shooting nothing.
And Danny Green is one of the most frustrating free agents or trades we ever made. He does a lot good, but he does a lot bad. It's like when he misses horribly.
But Danny Green been like, listen, do you remember when he was with San Antonio and they was playing against Bron and them? And it was like the first game of that series, the one when Miami won. The first game of the series, it might have been the first two. Danny Green was unconscious, hitting everything. And then the rest of the series, he was breaking like crazy, and Pop kept trying to go to him and Ginobili, who was cold, and that's how Miami ended up winning that series.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they say you don't know somebody until you live with them. That's kind of how I feel with Danny Green. Because from afar, I'm like, oh, Danny Green hit a lot of clutch shots. I seen him. He got 3 championships. But if you actually watch him daily, because we watch every game, like this is what we do, and he leaves a lot to be desired. He had a lot of bad fouls in the game. I mean, got used a lot, but then today he shot.
No, but even in the game today, I'll give this to him. Like, he's balling offensively. In the overtime, Tyler Hero started to cook a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they put Danny Green on him, and Danny Green like kind of clamped him down and locked him down a little bit.
I'm gonna give my props to Joel. Joel took over in the third quarter. He scored 20 points in the third quarter, and then he finished with like 30 something just in the second half alone. The ball came in, he balled for us. I mean,
we just need the pieces around him to carry the moment, like to let him rest up, let him just do the little work, and then when it's time for him to take over, get out of his way.
Like on the close, he was not scared. He hit all the baskets that we needed at the end of the game. He made them.
And remember, this is what I kept saying about everybody always like, you got to get down in the paint. His mid-range shot is so good, especially when he played against those undersized dudes. That's all he was doing, just come around. It was kind of like how Dirk would shoot over guys, but just mid-range, he was just, and it was butter.
See, I'm saying, and we missing 2 of our key shooters. We missing Shake, we missing Seth. Now with Isaiah Joe
and Shake.
You know what I'm saying? You got Shake, Isaiah Joe, Seth, and then with those Tobias, but mainly because they can shoot threes. You take those three, with you can and then put Embiid in there, and maybe you have Tobias in there to rebound. That's a potent lineup right there. You have all shooters, and then have Joel. That's a lineup that I would like to see more. Or take Joel out, put Ben in there, and put all those shooters around him. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice. This actually is a good thing.
I told you, man. This is why I wanted the depth on this team.
Yeah,
I love it.
So our next matchup, we play the Heat on Thursday.
We got back-to-back with them?
Back-to-back. I thought they was going to be in Miami, but the back-to-back is here. So we play them again on Thursday night. So I know this probably won't sit well with them. Tyler Hero, he can shoot. He got game. So I respect him. And Jimmy not going to be back, but we are supposed to get our starters back after that Thursday game.
So are they coming back?
That's what Doc was saying. Possibly they should be coming back. He did have a problem with the turnovers, and did you see him discipline or give some correction to the young boy Tyrese in the game? And you got to do that.
But I don't even think it was about a turnover, because I mean, honestly, Ben Simmons had more turnovers than he did. But I think it was more. Young boy only had like 1 turnover. I think his problem was on defense. That's why I'm saying on defense, it's like he got picked off of a lot of like it looked like he lost his assignment in defense, and. But I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm nitpicking the young boy, because the young boy's a baller. but that is a flaw in his game, that
Yeah.
defensive aspect.
He got to get better. But he played 36 minutes, gave us 16 points. That was more than Ben. And Danny Green, as frustrating he is, he gave us 25 points. So I got to give him his props. And Mike Scott showed up.
Yeah, for the first half.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday he had his legs. He had to get his legs from underneath him. He ain't played in a while. So he came in today with 16. So props to Mike.
Yo, he shot 12 3-pointers.
Yeah, but that's what he does.
Danny Green shot 21 of them. Yo.
They had free will. This was a free will game. We ain't have enough players.
It was.
So we good. All right, so that's it. You got any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Nah, man, that's pretty much it for me.
All right, so we'll be back Thursday after the game. So hopefully we can get a little win streak back going on. But now we are 8-4, so we second in the league behind LA. So everybody, thanks for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. Don't forget to hit the notification button.
Yeah, listen. He said like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all notice, we comment back. We have an interchange in the comment section.
Absolutely.
I mean, and please do share and subscribe and like. Not just a saying, do it.
We're gonna see y'all on the next pod. We out.
Peace.